Hey guys, and welcome back to Cubing with Colin. In this video we're going to be talking about how I started cubing, so let's get into it. So just like general people, the Rubik's brand that you have sitting around somewhere is a big part in this, but it's actually not the main reason why I started, but we can get into it now. So I always knew that my dad could solve one of these. He could do it in a couple minutes, and I thought it was pretty impressive but interesting. But I always wanted to learn. Every time I started, I got to like the white cross after he started teaching me and no further because I just kind of lost interest and I figured it would be a lot harder. And then one day I saw this Disney stickered cube sitting around that I thought was cool. I had gotten it on a cruise years prior, and this was before I had ever started cubing, and I just thought it was cool. And I thought it could teach me, but the thing barely turns. So this isn't the exact Rubik's brand I have. I don't know if you're going to be able to see these cubes I'm showing because I might actually do a video over it of me just doing some solves. But that Rubik's brand is at my grandparents' house because I borrowed it from them before I could find any of my Rubik's brands. But another thing was, I saw one of my friends solving it at school. His name is Aaron, and I don't know where I can really give credits, except I know he has a TikTok because he sent me a couple of his videos before. I don't actually have TikTok, but I think his name is Smart Asian Kid. I'm not sure that's 100% correct, but I think it's something like that, and you can go check him out there if you have it. I can't link to him because I don't have TikTok, but he was solving a 3x3 one day, and I saw him do it in under 30 seconds, and I thought that was pretty impressive. So I went and grabbed trusty Rubik's brand. And that day I asked my dad to teach me how to solve it. And I got to like first 2 layers in the first day. I spent like 8 hours doing it. Actually, it was the next day. It was a weekend. And then the day after that, I finished the last layer, and I got my first solve ever. But obviously I was still having to like have him help me on various stages. So when I'd get to a stage I didn't know, I would have him help me. But after about a week, I was able to consistently do it without any help, and I was doing it in a couple minutes time, just about the same speed as my dad, and it was just a cool trick. But I knew, like, before I had ever learned to solve it, I saw like some J-Perm videos. It was like tutorials, but I never actually really watched them. I was just seeing like the cubes and stuff, and then I saw unboxings. So actually, before I ever learned it, I learned that Rubik's brands are trash. So about a week, so like right when I started being able to solve the cube without help, I ordered a Qi Warrior W, which I now magnetized. I regret doing that, but that thing was my main for like a month or two, and it just felt incredible. It was my first ever stickerless cube and a huge upgrade from a Rubik's brand, as you probably know. And I just was obsessed with solving on that. Before school every day, I would get up a few minutes early just so I could do a solve or two, and I would stay up a little late doing solves, and I just had so much fun doing it. And I knew it would be time to branch out and do more cubes, so I had a Rubik's brand 2x2 sitting around. So I learned how to solve that one, and I just used a beginner's method on it. And then so I was just using that beginner's method. I believe I got like the GAN 249. It was horrible. Actually, no, I got the Qi first. That was pretty bad, so I got the GAN 249 because I knew GAN cubes were really good, so I got it, and it's horrible. And it's $17, and you can get way better cubes for that. You can get almost the flagship ones for that. And so, next thing I did was I started to learn 2-look, OLL, and PLL. And I got partway through that, and for some reason, one, I lost interest, and second of all, for some reason I thought that it wouldn't actually be faster than my beginner's method. But then, like, after watching some more like J-Perm videos and stuff, I learned that it was actually way faster. So I finished with that around, I think around December 2019, maybe November or something like that. So I was consistently getting like under a minute solves, and it was becoming more enjoyable. So then for Christmas I got a GAN XS, a timer, and a couple other cubes, and those cubes, I mean, that GAN XS is still my main, that timer is still the one I use. Then in January I went to my first competition and I got like a 23 average, which was better than what I average at home. So that was pretty cool. And I just really enjoyed the competition. So as soon as that one was over, I scheduled another one. And I went to another one in, I want to say like, actually I scheduled two more. I had one in late February, and then the next weekend, the first weekend of March, I had another one. The one in late February didn't get it got canceled, but not for Corona. It got canceled for some water pipe leakage. So I ended up going to the one in March, and I got like three 20.49s in a row. They were literally off by like 0.001 seconds each. Then I got, I think, a 21, and then I wanted to get my first ever sub 20 solve in comp, so I was kind of rushing on my last layer, and I did the wrong U-perm, which sent me to a DNF. But it's okay, I still don't have an official sub 20 solve. Since Corona, you can't go to any comps right now. But I'm just really excited for what's to come with competitions and stuff, since after Corona, like, 1, all the keepers are going to be better, so it's going to be more fun when solves are faster, and 2, people like Max Park, Lou Bormeo, etc., they will have practiced a lot, I'm assuming, and world records will be set, I think, a lot easier than they used to be, since cubing technology has improved, and there's been a lot of time at home just to practice. So, I'm getting really off topic. But that's all I've got for you guys today. So, as always, thanks for watching, and see you next time on Cubing with Colin.